All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome into Let's Check Out Jeffrey's book. What's in Jeffrey's Intercom book? Practice report from today. There's a number of directions we need to go. First one is I'm on high alert for kickers. I'm looking for kickers. So if you are out there, you're a Tolo, you subscribe to the YouTube page, whatever, if you're able to kick, I would just show up in Oxnard. I would just show up and just kind of go door to door and tell people, hey, I know how to kick, and try to get in there, because Brett Maher is missing some kicks. And I asked Steven after practice, I asked Steven Jones, I said, hey man, we're going to bring in some competition for the kicker? And he said, I wasn't even aware that he'd missed kicks today, so we'll talk about that in personnel, because he definitely did. The offense in team moved the ball. The offense was great today. The first team offense, they beat up on the first team defense today big time. So even without Amari Cooper practicing, first team offense looked really good. Dak in 7-on-7 and 11-on-11 was really good. But when they were doing those 2-minute drills, offense got down there. There was a nice in route to Gallup for about 15 yards. The last play was about an 8-yard pass to Witten. He takes a knee. They pop a timeout. They run Maher out there for the game winner. No good. And when he was just doing special teams work, he missed one from 32. So we got kicker problems, ladies and gentlemen. I need to see some competition in here. I need to see another kicker. Second thing from today's practice, Tony Pollard, he's been upgraded. Tony Pollard is now, kicked over my drink. Tony Pollard is getting the first team reps now. They've been doing some alternating. They started off with Darius Jackson being the guy that runs first team, because I guess technically he's the veteran. But right now, Tony Pollard today was officially, no matter what the drill, no matter what I guess in some of the drills Jackson went first, but that's just because he wanted to be in the front of the line or whatever. But when it came to team, when it came to 7-on-7, when it came to whatever they were doing, Tony Pollard was the first man up. And he's looking good. He's looking good. They had a few run plays when they were in team, going first team versus first team, where he popped 8 to 10 yard runs. So Tony Pollard is looking good, and Tony Pollard has been upgraded. He's the starter now. Another guy who's getting starting reps now, Dorrance Armstrong. They stopped putting Taco out there as the first guy up. They've been kind of moving both those guys around with Tank out and with Tyrone Crawford out. But today was the first day where it was Dorrance Armstrong for sure, number 92. Had a big win against Lyle Collins in one-on-ones to get that started when they were doing the compete period with the whole team gathered around. And Lyle definitely knew what happened, because the next one he basically choke slammed him. He put in mad work and buried him. But it was a nice competitive period there. Connor Williams keeps looking good. Connor Williams is going to be a different player. Malik Collins continues to look good. Michael Gallup had a really nice day. With no Amari Cooper, we got used to the defense kind of beating up on the offense without Amari Cooper out there, but it was totally flipped today, which is good. That's probably what you want in training camp, a little back and forth. But Gallup, a year ago, their completion percentage when they were trying to throw to him was like 58%. That's really low. That's not the number you want. But he was also kind of their big play guy. So a lot of those misses were low percentage throws down the field. They're hitting him on a lot of in-breaking routes from the outside. They're hitting him on slants. They're hitting him on dig routes. They're hitting him on a lot of comebacks. And he's running those really well, and he's getting contested balls, and he's making plays. Other wide receiver, sent out a tweet earlier that I thought the top 3 receivers so far had been Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and Tavon Austin. Tavon's looked good. He does such a great job getting off the line of scrimmage. He's even doing a nice job on the comeback routes, which for a smaller guy you'd think, kind of battling with these big corners could be tough, but he's able to get some separation and make plays. As soon as I sent that tweet out, though, Randall Cobb was like, all right, I'm going to go to work. And in 7-on-7, he caught a straight post from Dak for a touchdown. He had a bunch of catches today. Randall Cobb looked really good. So I got no worries about their top 4 spots there as long as Tavon stays healthy. And Steven Jones with us today, wild card. We've been falling in love with some of these young wide receivers. We might need to cut it out, because when we talked to him on G-Bag Nation today, he said Noah Brown, we think, that's a real NFL player. So right now I think the wide receiver depth chart, Amari, Gallup, Cobb, Tavon, Noah Brown, and based on the rotations today, John Vay Johnson is still the front runner if they keep a 6th guy to be that guy. Injuries on defense. Robert Quinn broke his hand in a one-on-one with Tyron Smith today. He knew it right away as soon as in the middle of the rep, and then as soon as it was over, he was walking back doing the shake like, uh-oh. So Stephen Jones did confirm that he has a fracture in his hand. He's going to go back to Dallas for surgery, and they do anticipate that he'll be ready week 1, but that sounded like we're not going to see him in the preseason, but that he'll be ready week 1. I think he mentioned it was the same thing DeMarco Murray had and didn't miss a game. And then number 57, Luke Gifford, linebacker, who's had a nice camp, had a compound fracture, they said, in a finger, which is disgusting if you ever see one where the bone's like sticking out there. It's gross. So that is your injury updates. Let me flip through my handy-dandy notebook and see if there's any other notes for you guys. Jason Witten keeps getting open. I've been talking about Blake Jarwin, and he is the more athletic guy for your down-the-field stuff, but Jason Witten making some nice plays on, what Jason Witten does, out routes, curl routes, but he's finding ways to get open. Had a touchdown in their goal line 7-on-7 work, which is kind of showing out and bouncing back in. So Gallup had a nice day. Witten had a nice day. Dak had a really good day. Let's see here. Cooper Rush really struggled today. He threw some interceptions. It was not a good day for him. The kicker struggled. Let's see. Nice day for Van Der Esch and Jalen, other than, well, I guess you can't really say any of the cover guys had a great day because the offense was really successful today. But all in all, not a bad day at camp, not a bad little practice. Offense got some big W's, and that is your practice update for the day. Please do subscribe. Leave in the comments anything else you'd like to hear about from camp. And we'll continue partying out here in Oxnard, California.